historian. So today I am going to do the top 10 influential books tag. Now, originally this was on Facebook and it was set up that you had to just list it with no explanation. I totally broke it on Facebook, and this is a new, revised, more thought out over a while because I just wrote it and did it and it was done. So without further ado, here we go. Number 10 is Glass by L.A. Knight, my best friend. My best friend changed me in a lot of ways to be a better person and especially to be a better writer. And this really helped my writing. And she says that my book that isn't even like published yet or finished is better than hers, and I disagree. Number 9 is the Twilight series. Yes, I know. Twilight. How can I list it? Well, it's not because the characters are great, or the plot is great, or I'm a big fan of the love story. Nope. It is one thing and one thing only: the writing style, how it's written, the voice. The way she describes emotion changed the way I wrote forevermore. And actually, in case you don't know, the size of Twilight changed the way that books were published, so I'm a big fan of that. Number 8 is Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. This series, there's so much to say about Harry Potter, but a thing that stuck with me is that as an 11-year-old at the time, reading about an 11-year-old boy who stopped a mass murderer and did so much, that just blew my mind. Number 6 is Fruits Basket by Natsuki Takaya. I already talked about this in a previous video, but dang, this book, this series just changed me, and it changed the way that I thought about how to handle stress and horrible situations, because Toru is so cheerful, and it is a bit of a facade, but honestly, she just likes being happy. So why not be happy just to be happy? Just because your life sucks doesn't give you the excuse to not be happy. And I agree with that. Number 6 is, no, this is 5, is Rurouni Kenshin. No, this is 6. I'm sorry, I can't get numbering down. Rurouni Kenshin by Nobuhiro Watsuki. I love this. It taught me a lot about bravery, a lot about being why you should be brave and living on for other people, because trust me, Kenshin, after his life, when we meet him, he is trying to find a place to die. That's what he's trying to do. Number 5, the real 5, is Full Metal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. Favorite character of all time is Edward Elric. Even more so than Rurouni Kenshin, this taught me about, finding a reason to live and sticking to your guns, and how you need to change the world around you and not just be a part of it. And oh my gosh, this 15-year-old does so much in this manga, and I love it, and it's beautiful, and it's one of my favorite stories of all time. Number 4 is Witnesses to War by Michael Liebman. This book is nonfiction, and it is 8 true life stories about the Nazi persecution, and the last one is Anne Frank. But all these stories have stuck with me. I didn't have a nice childhood. I didn't have a happy childhood. Not from my family. My family's great, but everything else sucks. And reading this in elementary school really put things in perspective. My life could have been so much worse, and as much as I've dealt with racism in my life, hearing these stories has really grounded me and helped me through it all. Number 3 is the Black Jewel series by Anne Bishop. This is one of my absolute favorite book series of all time. I love it. It is dark, it is depressing, it is horrible. Characters go through so much for thousands of years because they live for a very, very, very long time. And yet it just, talk about a strong woman through Janelle. Talk about, living your life for others and to protect others and to love others and how that betters you yourself. I mean, the lessons is just piles up high. My favorite quote of all time is from Lucifer Yaslana in the fifth book released, Dreams May Flesh, and I just love it. You should check out my Goodreads channel. I'll put that down below. I haven't been putting my Goodreads channel. I should put that down below. I'll do that. It'll be down below, and check. It's the longest quote I've got. It's huge. Number 2 is the Seven Waters trilogy or series by Juliet Marillier, in particular, Daughter of the Forest. I read this when I was 12. Saoirse is 12. Saoirse has to save her family as a 12-year-old and endures horrible things. She handles things with such grace. I mean, they are going to burn her at the stake for being a witch. And instead of crying or screaming, which she's not supposed to speak, or anything else, she just stands there and stares at them and lets them know, you know this is wrong. You know this is wrong. And it's beautiful. And this shaped me into being the woman I am today. Number 1, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. My daddy read me the scriptures, and then he would read me The Lord of the Rings. This I grew up on. I was named after it. My name's Lorien, from Lothlorien. I love this series. It's shaped me so much more, and I wouldn't be a writer without it. I don't even think I would have survived my childhood without it. Oh my gosh, I needed this so much. Alright, that is my top 10 most influential books in my life. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll leave links down to my writing, my Goodreads, my Twitter, Pinterest, and everything else down below. Also, again, my friend LA Knight and my other friend Tanya, both are writers, and I will have links to purchase their books down below. Please check it out. If you like action, adventure, fantasy, young adult stuff, you will love this book. And it doesn't look like this anymore. This is an old copy because it's old. But yeah, alright, love you. Thank you so much.